greatest.
Hey, what's up, team? Coach Shea, Pierre here, and welcome back to Phase 5, Day 2 of the SP Greatness program. And it's another explosive, game-changing, electrifying, show-stopping lower body workout that I guarantee will take your performance to the absolute next level. Now, today's training session will focus on speed and explosive power, which will ultimately translate to your respective sports, both vertically and horizontally. Now, the whole workout from start to finish should only take 60 minutes to complete. We will start with a dynamic warm-up just to prep, prime, and activate the body for success to fully maximize your ability to move with integrity throughout the training session. Now, make sure to check out the full warm-up breakdown video. Now, once the warm-up is complete, we will start the session off with our hip activation series to prepare the body for the first explosive lower body movement in block 1. So, grab a mini band of your choice and complete 2 to 3 sets in a circuit base of 20 repetitions of the single leg band abductions. Placing the band around the ankles and with control stabilize on one leg and bring the other leg in and out to activate the medial glutes. Next up, immediately put the bands just above the knees and set up in an athletic position and perform the lateral band walks for 20 steps both towards the right and left side. Once complete, lie on the ground and do 30 repetitions of the lying adductor raises, which target the inner groin. And to complete the series, find a bench and do the elevated pigeon stretch for 30 seconds per side to increase external rotation of the hip complex to increase your range of motion. Okay, once you complete the warm-up, we will move on to the main program, where the focus is on developing beast mode explosive speed and power to increase your game-changing, electrifying, show-stopping athleticism. Now, there are 3 main workout blocks that will consist of 2 movements in each block, which will be completed one after the other with a specific rest period between the movements. Each block will also be completed for 3 sets, and once finished, you can then move on to the next training block. The first exercise in today's training session starts off with block 1, A1, the trap bar deadlift high pulls for 3 sets of 5 repetitions. Start the movement by driving down through the floor with your feet, which will generate force and power to the legs so you can explosively stand up. As you stand, begin to shrug your shoulders and pulling your hands high to the sides simultaneously. Both initiate at the exact same time, and it may require a bit of practice to get the timing perfect. At the top of the movement, your hips, knees, and ankles will be extended, getting into that triple extension position, while your hands and arms will be pulled up to your sides. This exercise is incredible for developing full body explosive power, especially through the hips, which can drastically increase your sprinting speed and jumping abilities. Once completed A1, rest for 30 seconds and then complete A2 for 3 repetitions called the kneeling jump to tuck jump. Now that the body is primed and activated from the trap bar deadlift high pulls, you are ready to generate next level explosive power. This movement is highly explosive. It increases arm swing mechanics, hip extension, ground reaction forces, and jumping power, as your intent should be to be as quick and powerful as possible as you explode up onto your feet and then quickly spring off the ground, jumping as high as possible. Bring your knees to your chest, but landing in a solid athletic position. If you can't jump from your knees, stick with only performing the high knee tuck jumps until you feel comfortable from that kneeling position. Once completed 3 full sets of the first training block, A1, take a full recovery of about 3 minutes, then start training block 2, completing 3 sets of 2 movements with a 30-second rest period between the movements, starting with B1. Heavy, and I mean heavy, sled pushes for 20 yards in duration. This is an incredible full body exercise that increases strength, power, and speed at the highest level. When pushing the sled, think about attacking the ground with your foot down and back with aggression and force under your hips to propel you forward, along with fully finishing each and every step, aiming for that full hip extension. The heavy sled push has shown to increase acceleration and first step quickness, not only because it helps develop more force and power in the lower body, but because it helps set the correct angles in posture to express those forces, which are hard to mimic with any other exercise in the weight room. So it is so critical in your speed development. Once complete, take a 30-second rest, then start with B2, the iso pull-up hold for 20 to 30 seconds in duration. Now, I love this exercise because the isometric holds force you to recruit the proper muscle groups. And with the pull-up, if you don't actively recruit your scapula and try to rely on just your arms to do the work, well, you're not gonna last long. This is a great overall upper back exercise which can help strengthen the lower traps and the rhomboids, which can assist with posture and ward off shoulder issues and increase your overall pull-ups in general. Now, once completed all 3 sets of block 2, rest 2 to 3 minutes and then complete the final training block number 3, starting with C1, the dumbbell RDLs for 3 sets of 15 repetitions. The dumbbell RDL is a movement that is used to develop and strengthen the posterior chain that includes the glutes, hamstrings, low back, and the core. The RDL focuses most of the physical work on the muscles responsible for extending the hip and the knee from the posterior. It teaches the body how to hinge with load and develops motor control skills. The key is that it can help develop hamstring length and strength, which is critical for injury reduction. Furthermore, most sport athletes rely on powerful hip extension and posterior chain performance for acts like sprinting and jumping, and the RDL can increase all the muscles involved in such movements, enhancing overall athletic performance at the highest level. Now, once complete, take a 30-second rest. Then start with C2, the isometric elevated adductor holds for 10 to 20 seconds in duration per side. This exercise is a game changer as the adductor muscles are responsible for bringing your leg towards the midline of the body. Not only do weak adductors put you at a higher risk of injury, but strong adductors aid in hip extension and rotational power. It also strengthens your core muscles, really targeting the side obliques. Now, the goal is to squeeze the groin and adductors with moderate effort together against the bench, which will stimulate and contract in the adductor complex. This is a very important exercise as we need to work on the inside muscles of the leg to counteract all the strong muscles on the outside of the hip, as we do a lot of lateral based movements in the gym. So we want to make sure that those adductor muscles are just as strong as the outside muscles, or else we can create a bit of an imbalance which could lead to an injury. All right, team, there you have it. That was an incredible workout, and I feel absolutely sensational. I feel strong, I feel powerful, I feel like $1 million. I'm the fastest and the most explosive I've ever been, and I cannot wait for you guys to continue on your road to greatness, to be the greatest version of yourself. So let's go.
I am the greatest.